Hello everyone, PkmnMasterWheeler here, back for another exciting episode of Pokemon Violet PMLocke. Last time we beat the last Star Raid base, finishing off all the main chunks of all three stories, only have the endgame left for each, and this time we'll be doing the climax of the Star story. You may be asking, didn't you say you were going to do the Pokemon League first? Well, you see, I'm kind of all out of those classes I put at the end of the videos, so I need to record more, and well, you see, if I try to walk into the school to do that, yeah. Sup, Lyra? Director Clavel? Oh, come on, the name's Clive, remember? Actually, no, it's time for me to bring this little performance to an end. Allow me to reveal my true identity. Huh? I do apologize for deceiving you with my disguise. In truth, the boy you knew as Clive was none other than the director of Uva Academy, Mr. Clavel. I hear that. Well, but my disguise is perfect. Well, now I think about it, I did neglect to keep up my youthful act on a few occasions. That must have been what gave me away. Regardless, there's one more astonishing truth I must tell you. The true identity of Castiopea. The big boss of Team Star was me all along. For real? That's impossible. You were there while talking to her. Honest to goodness. When you heard Castiopea over the phone, that was actually a pre-recorded voice. I pulled off using her, you know, one of those high-tech gizmos. Oh yes, it was very clever. So I'm sorry, now you know I'm the big boss. That means there's just one thing left to do. Face me in one final showdown to decide it all. Alright. You're challenged by Director Clavel. He starts off with our Rangoon, so we're starting off with I am Castiopea's Team Star. With this battle, finally bring Operation Starfall to an end. Basil. So, Night Slash him, see if I can take him out. Not quite. Goes for the on. For the levels, I decided to go a little overload. We're kind of starting to reach the end game. A lot more of the people are going to have 5 to 6 Pokemon while we're still locked to 4. Also, I knew he had Yawn, I looked that up, so I threw a Castiopea on just so Basil isn't going to be locked out for the rest of this. Alright, Abomasnow. So let's go for Fuchsia. Whoopage. He's sending Abomasnow. No warning. Let's see if we can't hammer time him. Get whumped! Ooh, tasty. I always forget if the snow raises physical or special defense. But just in case it did, and he got up the Roller Veil, he has, I actually taught Mew Thunderbolt, because all Gyarados trainers teams where they have 6 Pokemon are always going to have Earthquake. I didn't even have to look that up. If a trainer has a Gyarados and they have more than 4 Pokemon on their team, that Gyarados has Earthquake. Give that a wump. Easy. Alright, next up we have Poltegeist. That makes sense. Goes for our Psychic. And because of that Chestaberry, we're now pretty safe to swap in Basil. see if we can't whump him good. Whump. Easy. Boom. Next up is Among Us. Do you have... Oh, looks like I replaced it for Terra Blast. Actually kind of unfortunate for what I was planning. Oh wait, it did. I pressed B instead of A. That's not good. Something from the poison type. Yo! I'm not sure the system likes the snow. It looks like it's making it lag a bit. A bit more than usual. Oh, does it maybe have synchronize? Alright. Give him a whump. That's what I thought. Ooh! That's not what I like to see. I think just in case, I'm gonna go for a full restore. There we go. And now that doesn't do nearly as much damage. And we should be safe to Psychic. I was not sure how much damage the Toxic was going to do, even though I was pretty sure we would have one-shot. Or not one-shot, but finished it off. Gone first and finished it off before they could hit. And finally, the honestly most awkward member of this team, Skeldurge. That's a weird name to pronounce. I think actually the best bet we have. Do you think that Castiopea would be backed into a corner like this? I think our best bet is actually Fairy Terrestrialization and let's see what just our attacks are gonna do. Ooh, because that fire attack is gonna be really nasty, especially on future hits. Maybe we're lucky for some. Oh, very well. It seems I have to terrestrialize my Pokemon. Maybe we'll be lucky, and for some weird reason, he'll decide to use Earth Power. Alright. How much damage these both do is probably going to say a lot about how this goes. That did absolutely nothing, and this is probably going to do a lot. Less than I thought. And we do have the leftovers. So what I may do is I may protect to try and get a bigger leftovers boost. And also to keep him from raising his attack more. Alright. What I may do is X special defense. And that should leave us heading better defense for this hit. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. This unfortunately does put us at a huge risk of getting hit pretty badly by a critical hit. Also, unfortunately, I don't really have any much to specify why I'm doing this. It has Shadow Ball for Mew. Obviously, it's Fire type for honestly, for everything else. For Tinkaton and Meowscarada are weak to fire. So, Terra-ing into Fairy with Fuchsia. Oh, and it has Earth Power for Raichu. So Terra-ing into Fuchsia is the only thing that can really take a hit from it. We're really pushing our luck with that. Critical hit. Woo. We are really pushing our luck with that critical hit. Go with this. Then max potion, and then I guess we'll have to start wailing on it. Yeah, I'm not sure if you should. It goes off of it goes Terra Fire, so it loses its ghost typing defensively. So we couldn't really give in, taking on a dark move to try and help deal with it. I don't think I had any good rock moves. Okay. Looking pretty good so far. So yeah, and it resists Gigaton Hammer, but it's so strong. It's 160 power. It boosts to 240 because of stab, and then gets halved to 120. So it's basically like hitting a neutrally effective thunder. It's actually better because they weakened all those moves. And so, woo! There we go. I didn't want to say anything because it was a low enough amount of damage that I could have seen it like slipping into the damage range or and just like living on red health. But I felt like after that first one hit and did roughly a third of its health, we were going to be set. Oh, how strong you've grown. Ooh, yeah, we really do not have many answers to fire. Well now, Miss Lyra, seems you've grown quite splendidly over the course of your treasure hunt. And here once again I must apologize. I'm not actually Castiopea, though Clive and myself being the same person was no lie, mind you. Castiopea's true identity remains hidden, but I believe I can hazard a guess as to who they may be. This is why I sought to spare you from having to confront them in battle. Their sorrow should not be yours to bear. However, Castiopea is settled on a course of action and is determined to see it through. I do not imagine any ordinary student could hope to stand against them and win. So I challenge you to a battle to test your skill. If you had lost, it would have fallen on me to bring down Castiopea. Such was my resolve. But it turns out you are as strong as you are kind. If anyone has a chance at saving that poor child, it is surely you. As an educator, it shames me to burden one of my students with such a task. But please defeat Castiopea, take on the big boss of Team Star, and win. Yes, sir. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I leave this in your hands. You there, what do you think you're doing? Ah, Miss Taba, what a pleasure to see you. It's not a pleasure at all, Mr. Clavel. I come here to investigate reports of an illicit battle on school grounds, and what I find by the director of the academy himself, facing off against one of our students, no less. What were you thinking? No, if I could just explain, you see, it's a rather sad tale. Don't spare me, your excuses reek worse than a stunky's behind. A stunky's behind? Ahem. Remember, the big boss asked to meet them in the schoolyard after dark. I'm counting on you, Miss Lyra. You write a letter prior to your students and the faculty at once. I'll be reporting this to the chairwoman of the school board, make no mistake. Good gracious, no, anything but that, I implore you. Alright, I'm gonna go heal real quick and meet you at the courtyard. Lyra. It's you. Thanks for coming. Yeah, this must be quite the shock to you. The big boss, Castiopea, they were both me all along. When I saw you make quick work of those Team Star lackeys outside the school at that time, the idea for Operation Starfall suddenly came to me. My skills let me get a hold of as much LP as I want, so I decided to use that to tempt you into helping me out. After the operation started, I kept an eye on you as a member of the supply unit, and I had you battle the bosses on my behalf, all for the goal of defeating me and putting an end to Team Star once and for all. But still, there's a part of me that wants Team Star to live on. I can't just roll over and let you win without putting up a fight. This is the final showdown. Are you ready? I'm ready. Thanks. Sorry to keep you. The apology Miss Time had me. I mean the preparations took longer than I expected. That voice, are you Clive? Penny, so is you after no, I mean, is that you, Castiopea? In the flesh. I have a task for you, Clive, if you accept it. I want you to record what happens next so I can send the video to Team Star. They need to see the outcome of this battle for themselves. Okay, will do. Now let me introduce myself properly. And the big boss is Team Star. The name is Castiopea. No, Penny. That bowed down before the overwhelming might of Team Star's founder. You're Jones by Penny and Team Star. I like how they have the dramatic face reveal. Like, so, I won't hold back in this battle. Let's say true to Team Star's code. So if you know about narrative tomfoolery, you know that you probably would have noticed that she was really the only one to see you interact with Team Star other than Nimona. So there wasn't really much of a reason for Castiopea to be anybody but her. I guess they played the right card in that the only other person... No, it really could not have been her because Clavel actually hears you talking on the phone with her. Oh, right. Momentarily forgot Dark is weak to Fairy. Also, dang, Embryon is bulky. That was its weaker bulk. I know it lowered my attack too, but still. But yeah, even if you didn't know enough about narrative tomfoolery to have realized that, That Eevee backpack is very distinctive. You can easily tell it's her from just that, even before the face reveal. Alright, next then is Flareon. Flareon does not have the coverage Firecroc did, so both Nimbus with Dig and Persephone with Power Gem are viable options here. Let's go with the safer of the two, though. One interesting thing, though, there is a bit of foreshadowing that she's the big boss that some people may not have really thought of, and it's that she's the only regular student not wearing the uniform. Which is interesting, because everyone notices her outfit. It stands out a lot because she's not wearing the uniform. But also, no one really put together that that's kind of a sign that she's from Team Star, who... I guess most of Team Star is wearing the uniform too, which may help with that, kind of not really realizing it ordeal. But... yeah, an interesting detail that she's not wearing a uniform because she's also kind of a delinquent. Little evidence of that through her quiet demeanor. So, Leafeon also has baby doll eyes. They also have a really high defense. That's 120, but they're going to lower my defense immediately. Either that or use one of the 3 not very effective moves they could use on me. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, I go first. I go first? Oh, it's not using... It's using one of the 3 not very effective moves. I was like, wait, how did Umbreon go first and not Leafeon? Oh, because it didn't use the priority move. That makes sense. Okay. That gives us a good chance to see which does more. And that does more. Ow, ow, ow. Extra heals. Tasty. And let's go for the... Nope. Gonna save that for later just in case. I don't know, although I don't think there's anything that we need it for. Boom, easy. Extra heals. Oh, everyone leveled up. More extra heals. One thing I don't think people really give credit for is, notice how the level up stuff was going off, but the animation for leftovers was also going off. That's something you'll see a lot more in other JRPGs, that not wasting your time by having things that can overlap do so. I think this is the only scary thing actually. She has 3 left. I've seen... So she has Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Sylveon. Okay, yeah, so I think this is actually the scariest thing she has left. Because it's a Vaporeon, so it's very bulky. Arguably more so than Umbreon, depending how I do it. So it could in theory survive this, especially if it does that. And it also has Aurora Beam for super effective damage. Oh right, that doesn't matter, because Flower Trick critical hits every time, so it ignores the low defense lowering, attack lowering. Boom. Next up is Jolteon. Raichu was a great pick for that one. So we gave him Dig. Also, I guess I didn't really comment on it, but I also changed a lot of the moves. Because we were having a lot, like I put a rock and a ground move on because we were really lacking in fire counters. Yeah. So having 2 of our Pokemon with fire counters was nice. Alright, bump them. Nice. Easy, easy. And that means their last one is Sylveon, which we are just on screen. And I have a Tinkaton. I have a very large hammer made of metal. Everyone knows how much... Oh, can't follow turn your battles because of all. No wonder the bosses fell out your hands. Alright, and... time to trash lies, shine bright like the starry sky, and become who you really want to be. Boom. I think most Eevees are pretty slow, so unless he uses Baby Doll eyes, yeah, we should go first. Wump. Solid Wumpage. Get destroyed, my dude. Alright. It's all over now. It's finally over, guys. It's done. We're done here. I think we should call it quits. Hold up, you're saying we should break up the team? You gotta be joking. You got carried away with Operation Star. Now everything got out of hand. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you round up a bunch of boys in the courtyard and make a show of learning them some manners. But we didn't even fight him in the end. We didn't do anything wrong. Indeed, merely did we declare our intention to battle tooth and nail should the villains persist in their tyrannous oppression. 'Twas a bloodless victory, we assure you. Yeah, they didn't even send out their Pokemon. They just blubbered and apologized a whole lot. Our outfits must have spooked them good. But the boys made a huge stink about what went down, and then they all ended up leaving the academy. Our plan backfired epically. There's no way we're getting off scot-free. Guess you're right. This little stunt might put us up the creek. I'll fix this mess up on my end. Just leave it to me. What are you saying? I'm the one who started Team Star. I dragged you all into this, so I'll take responsibility for everything. Well, noble and kind King Boss, you cannot. Now that the boys are gone, you guys should start going to school again. Oh yeah? And what about you? I can't go back. Why? There's no reason for you to stay shut in your boom room anymore, right? All I can say to you guys is thanks. Even though we never met in person, you were all so kind to me. Stop right there, BB. Why are you talking like we'll never speak again? I need to go take care of some things. Prithee, speak to us. What is thine intention? Big Boss, answer us. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything, Lara. And you too, Clive. I'm glad I could see this through to the end. I guess it's time for Team Star and me to... Hold that thought, Miss Penny. I'd like to check something with you first. Check what? Why resort to something like Operation Starfall if you're the big boss of Team Star? Wasn't there any other way to handle this? I tried telling the bosses that we were done once before, but they still didn't quit. Why not simply order them to? The code states that no one on the team has the right to order people around. I could ask them all to do stuff, I could never order them. So it's back to the code once again. The bosses must have taken it seriously. They did. That's why I knew I could use it to force the Team Star to disband. Because the bosses would do anything the code required of them, even leave the team. Yes, and according to the code, they all had to accept any challenge made to them. That's the idea of Operation Starfall. Castiopea, let me ask you one last thing. What does Team Star? No, what do your friends in the team mean to you? They're my greatest treasure. Splendid. Thank you for apprising me of the situation, Miss Penny. What? My young lady, there's something I should very much like to discuss with you. Hey, quit the old gazer act, Clive. You're creeping me out. Indeed. Well then, before we talk further, allow me to reveal my own secret identity. Ha ha! Director Clavel? Just as Castiopea was your disguise, the boy you knew as Clive was mine. But why? I needed a way to talk to Team Star on equal terms. Students do tend to shy away from speaking their mind to teachers, after all, much more so often when faced with the director of the academy. Yeah, but where do I even start? Wasn't the outfit a bit much? Plus I have some big feelings about that wig. Ahem. Well, that's quite enough of that now. Everyone, why don't you come on out? Huh? Yo, big boss, long time no see. Momo. More like long time no meet, right? I mean, we only found out your real name just now. Melly. Verily, is thy long-hidden countenance a sight for sore eyes, my lady? Atticus. So, I heard your real name's Penny. How have you been this whole time? Orty. We found you at last. You've no idea how worried you've been. Eerie. Okay, gang, on the count of 3. 1, 2. Hasta la vista, Castiopea. And hello, Penny. Now then, Miss Penny, we need you to be young bosses as well. On behalf of the Academy, I have something I'd like to say to Team Star. You all have my sincerest apologies. Come again? As director of the Academy, I let you down. My handling of your situation was a dismal failure. What? Why? You all told me all about your reasons for forming Team Star and about your subsequent actions. Ever since my first days as director, all I've ever experienced at the Academy is an environment blessedly free from bullying. But I know this peace was built on the backs of your hurt and anger, and of course your immense courage in putting things to right. So I'll get straight to the conclusion. The Academy's order for Team Star to disband and my threat to expel those who did not obey are hereby revoked. Does that mean what I think it means? Indeed, Team Star can continue to exist, should that be your wish. Ooh, Penny, isn't that great? Now we can all stay together. Oh, my heart is giddy with glee. But I betrayed all of you. You mean Operation Starfall? Director Cavell told us about it. As far as we heard, you only went through it to save us from getting expelled. You were just worried about us, right? Not like we ever chucked the team just because someone told us to, after all. Ain't our style. And I cannot even imagine how much you must have feared for us, Lady Penny. Sorry for making you worry, BB. We're all okay now. But even so... Hold on, everyone. I have more to say. As previously stated, the requirement for Team Star to disband has been revoked. However, there are still some unsettled matters to discuss. Allow me to provide a few examples. Your protracted truancy, your brazen customization of school uniforms, your unauthorized usage of academy equipment, your reckless modification and hazardous driving of Pokemon-powered vehicles. Need to go on. Your flagrant disregard for school rules cannot simply be overlooked. Thus, as punishment, you will all be required to engage in community service. Community service? Yes. Specifically, I'll be asking you to manage the STCs. And that stands for the Star Training Centers. They shall be facilities for cultivating Pokemon trainers' talents. I plan for the Academy to found them in collaboration with the Pokemon League. The idea came with me when I saw Miss Lara battling her way through your bases. The basic construction, as well as the battle tactics employed by the students in Team Star, are remarkably unique and creative. I would ask that you continue your team activities, but henceforth as STC staff members using your former base as training facilities. And that is the sum of it. Does anyone have any concerns? No, it sounds like fun, so I don't see how this be anything but a win-win. This may be a weird thing to say since the STCs are supposed to be a punishment and all, but you should totally join in too, Penny. 'Tis true, we would most happily have you at our side, my lady. We can go to the school together. That way, if anything happens, we'll be there to protect you. We were already talking about how great it would be to have both Team Star and school in our lives. This would be a sweet deal for us. So what do you say? You guys. Alright, what do you think? I think it sounds great. I need to give your response right at this moment, Miss Penny. Do take some time to decide. But not least, I think our little group should go their separate ways. Not to say you should break up Team Star after all. I simply mean it's time to leave. I'm sorry, please stop by my office later if you would. Here you are, Miss Lyra. I want to thank you for all your hard work in resolving the situation with Team Star. If not for you, I suspect I would have done the team a grievous injustice in my choice of punishment for their actions. You have my sincere gratitude. Who is it? It's Penny. Miss Penny, do come in. Hello, Director. About the STCs. I'd like to work on them together with the rest of Team Star. That's wonderful news. Thank you very much for your favorable response. But I should be punished more heavily than the others, I think. Why so? Because of Operation Starfall? No, not that. Because the other really bad thing I did. What would that be? You know the LP I gave you both in exchange for helping me with Operation Starfall? I got a hold of it sort of illegally by hacking the Pokemon League's LP management system. I see, that is quite the revelation. Not think such a thing was even possible in the first place. It wasn't all that hard. I'm really sorry. I won't do it again. This matter is rather out of my jurisdiction, I'm afraid. I'll have to consult Miss Gita, the Pokemon League chairwoman, on how to best proceed. I figured as much. I do apologize, Miss Lyra, but I will have to ask you to give us some privacy. Who voted it out? Lyra? Penny? There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Could you come meet me in front of the school stairs, where we first met? I'll be waiting. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Hasta la vista. The six of us thought up that catchphrase back when we created the team. So cringy, it's perfect, Anyway, it's about the LP thing. Thought I was going down big time for hacking the League point system, but they let me off easy. What happened? Pokemon League said that they'd waive my debt if I did some volunteer engineering for them. They even asked me to come work for them after I graduate, if you can believe that. Director Kavan Gita, and that Gita lady, kept complimenting me like a weird amount. Apparently I have outstanding talent or something. Sorry for you calling out here to meet me like this. Still not great with people face to face. Never seem to find the right words, but thank you so much. You saved Team Star, and my friends along with it. I know words won't ever be enough to properly thank you all for all you've done here. So here. Oh, Draco Meteor. I don't think I have anyone that can use that, but yay. I'm sure I'll put this to good use. And one more thing. How to pay the debt I owe you. If you ever think of a way I can do that, just let me know. I'm great with machines and hacking stuff. So next time, I'll be the one helping you, Lara. Be seeing you then. Hasta la vista. And with that, Starfall Street complete. Boom. 1 of 3 storylines done to completion. With that, that'll be enough for today. Next time, we'll see if we can, well, spoilers, we won't finish it because, well, Starfall has 2 battles. You know, Pokemon leagues, they usually have 5. This one has 6. So anyways, we'll start the league challenge next time. But that will be all for today. Thanks for everyone for watching. I hope you all had a fantastic time. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. Whoop. Greetings, my little students. It's time for our midterm exam. Summon your historical knowledge from the dark recesses of your mind and answer the questions. What is the name of the geological formation in the center of the Paldea region? The Great Crater Paldea. What was long believed to rest in the depths of Area Zero? Twasure. How many years ago did the Paldean Empire begin to rule the region? Approximately 2,000. How many years ago was this academy built? 805. Those seeking need look no further than the grapes of Paldea. Knowledge. Your time's up. Put your 2 utensils down. Last customer's a freebie. Even the least capable of you surely padded your score there. Sincerely, hope you did. So that ends our midterm examination. You may ask your scores at the front desk. It's great to get a test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. 5 out of 5 correctly. Woo! That's a passing score. Congratulations, Mr. Astro. These are your 5 candies, and bye-bye.